With the last chance qualifiers on the horizon, there is still half of the female roster left to fill. And of the ladies lining up here in Cologne in the Women's Pro, it is full of recognizable names and faces who we have seen all majors season long. Each and every single one of them vying for one of 3 places to take them to the biggest show. This is the European Last Chance Qualifiers.
I'm not gonna lie, daughter has gonna yagi, her brain fried. My lady Papa Zenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? Yogi my area, yogi my area. Keep on heading if you want, I drive it like you know. I don't wanna hear you, 지겹잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop, Kelly에서 New York 구름 위로 hop on, drive out and riding birds, honeyberry counting doves. I do what I wanna do, 그게 나의 무늬원. 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I 내 flow가 잡은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my barrel, yeah I'm feeling first class.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cologne, Germany, where FIBO, the largest fitness expo in the world, is still hosting HYROX. It's going to be one of the biggest moments in the elite level of the sport this season so far. It is the last chance qualifiers, and today it's all down to our ladies. With 4 majors deciding the current 8 worlds qualified women, Cologne is the penultimate opportunity for these athletes to stake a claim to represent the Elite 15 at World Championships in Nice. The top 3 go through today. I know you're probably wondering, why is this any different to a major Elite 15 competition? Well, it is mass start and there's absolutely no qualification process to compete, which means absolutely anyone can give it a go. So who's lining up? Amongst them, Zara Piergiani and Kate Davey, both out of Great Britain, a number of Elite 15 majors under their belts. You've got Jezebel Kramer, who has a 104.14 out of Maastricht a couple of weeks ago. And of course, Alina Vilnau and a number of Germans competing. Let's hear from some of them now. Alina, we have seen you at every single major this year. How has that experience kind of built you up for today's race and how to approach it?
I hope I'm now comfortable enough to race against the best women in this world, and I trained a lot to be now part of the first 3. So I think I have a lot of experience now after this season, and I hope that this experience helped me through this race now, mentally and physically.
Go kill it.
I do.
Thank you so much. Zara, we saw you run a 103.59 in Stockholm, and with this course running as fast it is, could that inspire an even greater performance today when it counts to a certain extent?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's really exciting. I think watching the men's yesterday and seeing JK put in such a sterling performance and looking the track out there, it is exciting. I've had a look at how the new equipment looks and feels, and it's great. I feel good, I feel fit and strong and really well all-rounded, probably better than I did in Stockholm. So, with my dad by my side as my second coach today, with a lot of people, a lot of friendly faces, I'm ready to go and get the job done.
Absolutely love that, good luck.
Thank you.
Kate, having seen you at a number of majors races this season, it all comes down to Cologne. How good an opportunity is this, in particular for you to stake a claim for World Championships?
It's an amazing opportunity and it's very nerve-wracking today, but I think the field that's going out, I feel like I'm in an Elite 15 race. There's an amazing amount of talent out there, and I think whoever takes those top 3 spots is really deserving of it. Like, everyone's worked so hard this season. I'm going to give it my all. You can just do what you can do on the day. I'm going to go into my little pain cave and my dark hole, and I'm going to be really happy about it.
Go well out there.
Thank you.
Ida, welcome back to the sport. After we saw you race so successfully in Copenhagen, how's that built confidence for today?
So it's built quite some confidence. It was good to see that even though I do primary OCR, that translating over to HYROX actually is going quite well. I have been prepping quite intensely for this race today, so I'm really excited. We're going to be a lot of people at the start, but I'm used to that, those mass starts. So it's about getting a good head start. I have a good tactical plan for today, so I hope it will be enough to make those one of those top 3 spots.
Can't wait to see you crush it.
Yes, for sure.
Ida Mathilde Steensgaard out of Denmark, front and centre. She picked up a 106.27 last week in Copenhagen. A pretty impressive result given her time away from the sport, but an accomplished OCR racer, as she just mentioned. Tension rising as the ladies get ready to lay down. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and this is their opportunity to be realised as they take to the course. You might be wondering why there are more spots available than what you watched yesterday with the men's race. Well, that is because the consistency that we've seen from Lauren Weeks and Megan Jacoby has not allowed athletes to reach the top 5 as regularly as in the constantly changing men's field, which over the course of 5 elite races has seen 5 different winners. It's been a pretty incredible season, but it means there's so many spots up for grabs for our ladies as Simone Feld out of Germany is first onto the skierg. Jennifer Nikolaus, Jana Lebenstadt, 1 through 6, all from Germany. I wonder if that's the crowd being local, pumping them up. They've been very fast out of the gate. Remember, of course, this is open racing, which means the heat are in amongst every other women's pro heat racing. That's why you still see so many people around the racetrack as this LCQ gets underway. Who's going to be first off the ski? Alina Villeneuve currently sat in 5th. She's been at every major this year. Hotly tipped to come out of this with a ticket to the World Championships. Ida Mathilde Steensgaard in 6th. And who's that? It's Zeika Arning from Germany, first off the skierg. An Elite 15 athlete. We saw her take 7th in Stockholm. A 103.43 under her belt if everything goes her way today. She could do some damage in this field, secure one of those spots. The rest of the field join her though. Not a huge amount of difference between them as we're out on track. Arning with an 8-second advantage. Liebenstedt, an athlete that we've only seen race twice in the pro, keeping pace. It is a German 1, 2, and 3 of Jana Liebenstedt, Zeika Arning, and now Simone Feld has just taken the lead as they get their hands on the brand new centre sleds for the very first time. Feld with a slight advantage. You can see she's looking very comfortable. Oh, commentator's curse, I've spoken too soon as she falls unofficially behind into the 3rd. Still plenty of time though to go on this implement. It's very much a field separator, the sleds. There's a repeat in the Battle of Copenhagen between Val Green and Ida Mathilde Steensgaard in lanes 4 and 5. They were the 1 and 2 a couple of weeks ago. Looks like they're having at it on the sled push. Who's going to come out on top? Val Green overtaking Steensgaard through the rock zone to get her hands on it first. Zeika Arning there. Breathing heavy, powerfully driving those legs. 4 lengths of 12.5 meters to complete with 152 kilos on those centre sleds. Not that you'd know it, as Arning dominates in lane 2. If she keeps this pace, she'll be out the gate first. Lane 1 though, Simone Feld. She's not letting her get away with it, is she, Simone? Racing with diabetes. She's very open about it on her Instagram and how she has to manage herself through race, taking on extra gummies if her blood sugar levels are running low. 1 more rep for Zeika Arning, but Feld joins her in 3rd, Jana Lebenstadt. 5th, though, Laura Val Green, the Dane who won Copenhagen. She also has an under-23 half marathon Danish record. This girl's very capable on the runs. But it looks like it's going to be that lady, Sekka Arning, who's off the sled push first. Your current women's pro doubles world record holder with a 58.26 secured earlier this year with Linda Meyer. What? Look at that! Jezebel Kramer coming from right behind the bottom of the field. She's out in second. The Frenchwoman, though so experienced at this level of racing, she's closed the gap on Arning to just 5 seconds. She was 10th. Look at that stat. 10th going into the sled push and comes out in second. Keep your eye on the Frenchwoman. Arning leading the field for the moment, but you can see that Feld and Kramer, with only 13 seconds separating them, might cause some trouble. What is that? Simone Feld first into the sled pull. She's made up a huge amount of time on that run, as she's going to be the first to get her hands on the kit and get to work. A quick stop for a little bit of chalk. No rest for the wicked though, as she gets to work. Where's Arning? What happened on that run? She's got 2 pulls underway before Sekka Arning and Jana Lebenstedt join her. A German 1, 2, and 3 at the moment on the sleds. Jezebel clearly in the pain cave because she comes in 5th. She's going to have to keep in touch with our leading trio of local lasses. Oh, what's this? The judge is tapping her. Something's happening with Jezebel Kramer. Or maybe not. Oh no, he's called it. He said, you've got to go back. You've stepped on the line. Was that I think that was a penalty. That's 100% a penalty given by the judges. They're making it very clear she's going to have to retreat her sled by 5 meters before returning to the other side and starting the pull again. This is absolute madness. Look at the amount of time that's going by for that stupid small mistake. Oh, she's going to be so frustrated. She just checks in with her judge, makes sure she's done that correctly, and she gets to work again. But look at how much ground Feld, Arning and Liebenstedt have made up. This is so disappointing for the Frenchwoman. She had absolutely every right to be in the top 3 in this race. Such an experienced racer that she is, with times to match. That could actually completely change the dynamic of the Cologne LCQ. I don't see Jennifer Nikolaus. She was in second coming into the skierg, but now she's nowhere within the top 10. I know she was harbouring a little bit of an injury to her ankle. Wait. Oh, Valgreen's sled was going off course. A little help from the judge there. But Nikolaus might have had to withdraw. Less than 5 meters to go for Simone Feld to finish up her sled pull. Arning, Feld, Liebenstedt and Valgreen, your 1, 2, 3 and 4. They look like they're going to be the 4 that are out into the rock zone first. Zara Piergiani there, the other side of Kramer. Look at where her sled is. She's made up a huge amount of time on the pull. Look at that sled fly. The centre kit obviously doing its job, but she's sticking toe-to-toe with our top 3 German girls as we head on to the final length. 12.5 is 103 kilos on those sleds, so it's not exactly light work. I wonder if that's going to be enough time for Zara Piergiani to make up ground. This could be a massive, massive moment for her in this race. She's had a really good year on the Elite 15 circuit, a 10th in Chicago, then 8th in Stockholm and 11th in Vienna. She didn't go to DC, but she's proven herself very comfortable along the best of this sport. This could be a really big moment for her. One more pull for Simone Felder, and she's done. Out of the gate, and she is off as Arning slips to second. Who's going to be next to join her? There goes Arning, there goes Lebenstedt, there goes Piergiani. Your top three being pressured by the Brit. Only 2 seconds separate fourth through second. That's going to be a really tight foot race as we head towards the burpee broad jumps. There goes Ida Mathilde Stensgaard, the Danish OCR athlete, still comfortably in the top 5. Oh, look at that for stats as Feld takes over the lead of the race. Zara Piergiani, a 3:32 on those sled pull times. That's really impressive. And what on earth did Kate Davey do? She's risen 5 whole places into 7th. The burpee broad jumps, 80 meters of hell. Or at least that's how I'd describe it. But Simone Feld doing a great job as she gets to work on one of the gnarliest stations in the entirety of HYROX. You come in off that run, your heart rate is through the roof. She's just got a no rep, just goes to show your heart rate's through the roof, your mind's a little bit blown, you're trying to rely on all of that metabolic conditioning, and then you make mistakes. Oh my gosh, look who's behind her. This is a foot race. You've got Jana Liebenstedt and Zara Piergiani. Jana now overtaken her. So fast with those repetitions of burpee broad jump is Jana. Piergiani too, finding a nice cadence to it, a nice consistency, not over pushing and skyrocketing an already high heart rate. She just knows how to control herself in these kind of situations, to Zara Piergiani. As Ida Mathilde Stensgaard also joins the girls in the burpee broad jumps. Laura Valgreen, Kate Davies there as well. The field have really bunched up. What was a little bit of safety between Simone Feld and the rest of them is now closed right back as she finds herself dropping down places. Jana Liebenstedt and Zara Piergiani just so strong. They now find themselves in first and second. Jana Liebenstedt on the right-hand side of your screen. Zara Piergiani with the brunette hair on the left, going rep for rep at the moment. As you see in the far right-hand side of your screen, Zeika Arning trying to keep up. Almost at the 40-meter mark for our current leaders. The thing that's so interesting about this burpee station, normally you go forward and back, but here in Cologne, it has a kind of dog leg. So you end up going at a right angle to yourself. It gives us a very clear indicator of where the ladies are. And the crowds have such a great view. We have been gifted with huge crowds here in Cologne. Obviously, it's a part of the biggest fitness expo in the world is FIBO. So not just HYROX enthusiasts, but plenty of other fitness enthusiasts coming to check out what this sport is all about. Back on Friday as well, we have been launching HYROX 365. HYROX is all around program, a 360 approach to fitness. It's not just about racing anymore. It's about affiliation, it's about training, and it's about coaches' education. A brand new initiative that hopes to go some way to professionalize HYROX as a sport. It's exceptionally exciting. There goes Jana Liebenstedt. She has got one more length of 20 meters to go on these burpee broad jumps, and I'm not going to say she's making light work of it, but she's making light work of it. Very impressive from the German. We've only seen her in one pro race before. That's what's so mind-blowing. She was out in Maastricht a couple of weeks ago, and we've seen her race as part of relays and pairs, but honestly, this is an exceptionally impressive performance from someone we don't know very much about. She podiumed in Vienna while the rest of the field were competing in the Elite 15 pretty much. She was in the Women's Pro. And who's that behind her? Kate Davey. The Brit has made up some serious time on the burpee broad jumps. She's now in contention for a ticket to Worlds. Kate Davey leaves the burpee broad jumps before Piergiani and Arning That is mega impressive. She made up 5 positions on that station and is now only 1 second behind your leader, Jana Liebenstedt, a fairly local athlete. She's got friends and family watching her today. It's been a tough few weeks back at home for Kate Davey. She'll be really buoyed by this performance as the field head out onto their 5th run. Pretty impressive split time there. 31.25 from Jana Liebenstedt. That's when she left the burpee broad jumps, climbing a couple of places in the process as she leads into the row. 1,000 meters awaits these girls as they settle in. Now, I was chatting to Chris Hinshaw when we were out broadcasting in Chicago, and he identified this station as one of the most important. You've got to use it to get your heart rate back down after the absolute chaos of 2-kilometer runs as well as the burpee broad jumps. And look who's doing a great job at that. Kate Davey, your number 1 on the rower, she has taken the lead in that last run. Jana Liebenstedt, rower number 2, Zara Piergiani in 3. That is your podium at the moment, the girls who are going to try and secure their spot to Worlds. But I can tell you a few of them who are going to try and ruin the party. Zika Arning in 4th, Jade Skillen up to 5th. Skillen, of course, taking the win in Dubai. A master trainer for Hyrox out of the UK. But Kate Davey, your current leader, pulling solid stroke rate there. The Concept 2 rowers would be proud. Zara Piergiani, Zeka Arning, the aforementioned Jade Skillen, no mistaking that hair. And that is where Simone Feld has gone. She's dropped back a little bit, as has Laura Valgreen. And Jezebel Kramer, after that disaster on the sled pull, she's in 7th on the rower. This just might be a little bit too much for the French woman to make up. That's pretty heartbreaking. As Kate Davey gets an arm up from her judge. Kate Davey, is she going to be first off the rower? Kate Davey is first off the rower. Where has this performance come from? There goes Jana Liebenstedt and Zara Piergiani. She looks done as well. You can take a little look at the splits there. Davey up into the number 1 spot, a 40-10. Liebenstedt only 3 seconds back. Liebenstedt, an accomplished runner. She spends a lot of her time just having a bit of fun on a run. Uses it for her mental health and clarity, I think, as we all do. Piergiani, your number 3. Feld, she did great on the row. She rose 3 places. Feld now in 6th. Steensgaard, though, 11th. She's dropped right back. And we haven't even spoken about Alina Vilnau, currently in 14th. The Sled's really got the better of her. Wilnau has really struggled through this race. But it's Jana Liebenstedt who has managed to take the lead again coming into the Farmers Carry. That running paying dividends as she picks up those new center kettlebells, 24 kilos. They say they're more aerodynamic. The new shapes making it easier for them to brush against your legs. Hopefully a few less bruises for our athletes. As Kate Davey gets to work. Liebenstedt, front and center in the black headband. It's just one of those stations, isn't it? You've got a grip and you've got a rip. As soon as you put them down once, your sets get shorter and shorter as Liebenstedt breaks. Not for very long, though. It's a real mental game getting around those corners. In your head, you're thinking, I just want to put them down. But you've got to just hang on as Liebenstedt breaks again. Could this be Kate Davey is literally on her shoulder. Is that what Kate needed mentally? Can she close this gap? There's Zara Piergiani. She's made up a huge amount of time in the farmer's carry. Oh, Liebenstedt breaks again. Kate Davey is literally on her heels as she's dropped them on the line. Kate Davey is straight through. There goes Zara Piergiani. That is Kate Davey and Zara Piergiani. Almost into the lead. Liebenstedt takes second into the run. She's a strong runner. We have got 2 stations to go. I think now it's more about who's your 1, 2, and 3, not who's going to be taking those tickets to Nice. As our ladies enter the penultimate station, the sandbag lunges, Liebenstedt has reclaimed the lead. Davies dropped into second as she picks up her 20-kilo sandbag. Piergiani right behind her though. Zara Piergiani, an absolute menace in the second half of the course. Look at those lunges. This is very much a strength of hers. She's a coach in PT, but we know that the second half of the Hyrox course is her preferred. She's played a very clever race here, Piergiani. She's managed to really not get dragged in the early stages on some of her arguably weaker stations. And she's built through the race. She now takes the lead for the very first time in this last chance qualifier here in Cologne. Zara Piergiani, the leader. The 1, 2, and 3 making some ground now. It's going to take a lot for anyone to knock these 3 ladies off the podium, going to prevent them from getting a ticket. But if there's anyone who can do it, we've got to see them come into screen in the next couple of seconds. Otherwise, I don't think there's any hope. I think this is going to be the 3 ladies we see book their ticket to the World Championships. Your current 4th, Rebecca Nather, another German. Nather, though, getting her opportunity in Washington, D.C., unfortunately having to withdraw due to illness, but she has been in this sport longer than the sport itself. She's competed in the Leipzig World Championships, the Las Vegas World Championships. You can see her on the right-hand side of your screen there alongside Simone Feld. Those are the leaders of the chasing pack trying to take down your top 3. But there is perhaps a little bit too much work to be done as Liebenstedt and Piergiani lunge their way to the finish. There goes Piergiani. 54.29 her split. She's made up 2 spots on the lunges as she goes into her final run. She's going to have to hold off Jana Liebenstedt, who is only 13 seconds behind. Kate Davey on the right-hand side of your screen will be next to cross. You can see those new center sandbags, much more sturdy than what we have had in the past, and better grip handles. The athletes having nothing but positive comments about their use. This is, of course, the first time that center has debuted on European soil. A number of the Elite 15 athletes, though, having an opportunity to practice with them out in Washington, D.C. There comes Nather. 55 seconds if Nather wants to catch up to the leader. It's probably a little too much to ask, but she did find 3 positions coming out of the sandbag lunges. Really impressive. Looks like she's well over her illness. Zara Piergiani, though, your leader coming into the wall balls. A 6-kilogram ball, 100 reps to go. Looks like she's created quite a gap to herself. How many can she get away before the rest of the field join her? The judges being very stringent, making sure athletes are at both full depth and that wall ball hits the target completely centrally. Jana Liebenstedt joining her. And Kate Davey now in the thick of it as well. safe to say, unless we see an upset like we did in the men's yesterday evening, this is your 3 women taking their tickets to Worlds. Now that all remains to be decided is the podium here in Cologne. Cycle rate of Davy looking perhaps slightly more laboured. Piergiani, though, so strong. Very comfortable catch position. Using 3 points of contact, her chin and her 2 hands, to make sure that ball keeps steady. Heels driving through the floor and extending up to use the best of the momentum that she can. Try and keep her shoulders and her triceps from frying. A little stumble, but straight back to it. Zara Piergiani, a 10th in Chicago, an 8th in Stockholm, an 11th in Vienna. She didn't travel stateside. Could this be her first win of the major season? And what a win, and how well timed. It is the LCQ to book her ticket to France. She needed to come top 3. It looks like she's getting the job done. My eyes now more so on that 3rd place, Kate Davey. Rebecca Nather has come in 4th. They're not exactly going rep for rep, but Kate is having to take breaks. Jana Liebenstedt unlikely to catch Piergiani now. Piergiani looking so comfortable in her sets. She went out big. Taking a brief rest, checking in with her judge, getting ready to go again. What an experience to be the lead athlete in the Thunderdome, surrounded by hundreds of athletes. And as you can see, other athletes still taking part in the open racing, finishing and crossing the line. What an experience for Zara Piergiani to book her ticket in this way. Rebecca Nather takes a small break, hand on hip. She's doing everything she can to catch up with Kate Davey. But it's been a hard and fast-paced race. It might be a bit of an ask now for Nather. But then again, what did we see yesterday with Geoffrey Voisin coming into the wall balls in 8th, finishing in 2nd, so we know it's possible. And how rare to see a man go 100 unbroken. A judge's hand up for Zara Piergiani. This is her final couple of reps, 2 to go. No one's catching this lady now. Your winner of the European Last Chance Qualifier and going to the World Championships, Zara Piergiani, a 1:02.45. That is a massive PB for Zara. Oh, her dad's going to be on the sideline. He is going to be so proud. He travels all around the world with Zara going to these events. I can't imagine anything better than seeing your daughter cross the line, knowing that she's going to get gold medal at the end of it. One more for Jana Liebenstedt, a relative unknown, her 2nd ever pro women's race, and she's booked a ticket to World Championships. That is huge in front of a home crowd. Imagine what that must feel like. We have still, though, got 1 ticket left for grabs, and it's between Rebecca Nather and Kate Davey. All smiles on the finish line. Nather and Davey then. It's a wall ball race, and it looks like Kate Davey has done it. Whoa, what's... Kate Davey crosses the line, but it looks like there's a bit of confusion. No! The judge has pulled her back. Why has he pulled her back? She's had to do another warble. She left with 99 warbles. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can see the relief on her and Zara Piergiani's face. Whoa. That could have been so dangerous. Rebecca Nather crosses the line. There wasn't much time in that at all, was there? Oh, Kate Davey, you are one lucky lady. There's Jennifer Nicolaus on the line. She withdrew due to her ankle this year, just not being the year for Nicolaus, but no doubt we'll see her back. as Kate Davey can let the emotions run wild. Jezebel Kramer, if I was guessing what she was thinking, I think it would be about those sled pulls. Oh, she's letting the emotions run wild as well. That's how much it means to these athletes. Look at those results. A 102.45 and qualification for Zara Piergiani. Jana Liebenstedt, 36 seconds behind. That's your top three. Kate Davey joining them, going to the World Championships. That costly mistake sees Jezebel Kramer in 5th. Alina Vilna, we've barely said her name. She was all the way down in 15th. Such a tough race for the Elite 15 athletes. And Simone Feld, after leading for so long, finds her race ending in 11th. Let's head down to the finish line. Zara, pre-race, you played it really cool. You gave props to how big this field was and how talented everyone was. But look, coming out on top in... Also, booking your ticket to Nice alongside a friend in Kate Davey. What exactly is this moment to you?
Oh, do you know what? I said to my dad before I did the race, I was like, if I come top 3, this will probably be one of the greatest achievement of my life. And like genuinely, everyone put so much into this training. And when it comes down to like just one race where it could have been anyone's on the day, yeah, today I'm just so proud of myself and my performance, and there was times where I was a bit like, I don't know if I can do this, but I just had to back myself in the last few stations, which are my strongest.
You played it really well because actually in the first couple of stations you let the race play out. How much was that down to the experience that you've gained in the Elite 15 and the majors this year?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I think because I'm so used to racing against the likes of, you know, Meg, Linda, Lauren, I know that I never was going to come out the ski first because it's one of my weaker stations and I'm generally probably less strong and powerful than them. So I knew that if I could just have trust in my running, relax in the first few runs and stations, I knew that my strengths would play out to my advantage in the end.
Nice, couple of months away. What does preparation look like for you?
So I'm going to take a few days to actually have a red wine and Aperol spritz and some pizza. But then it's back to the drawing board. Like, I've obviously got big goals to now push kind of in the middle pack of the field at Nice. So back to working on my weaknesses, but I'm going to enjoy the celebrations in the first couple of days.
Enjoy every second. Congratulations. You did so well. Jana Liebenstedt, a second place in Cologne. You're going to World Championships and you've only ever done one race in your life. How and where did that performance come from?
I don't know, it was my second pro race and I go to the start and say I have fun and I don't know, I have no goal and I'm running, I don't know. I surprised for me, I don't know.
How does it feel to know you're going to the World Championships?
Very, very good. I think it's for me, I'm proud to go on the start with so many good athletes and I just for fun and yes.
What's training going to look like now? Because things are going to get serious.
I don't know. I think I must go a little bit stronger. I'm just a runner. So I don't know, but I think my training is good, but a little bit more muscular. Yes.
How did this entire experience feel?
I feel very good to start with so many athletes, and we are very tight to the next place, and it was a good feeling and a good fight. Yes.
You were awesome out there. Massive congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Kate Davey, you're going to World Championships after the majors, your debut Elite 15 season. You've done it. How does it feel?
I'm a bit emotional. It's been a really hard lead up. I only decided to get on a flight 2 days ago, and all my family told me just to go and give it a shot. I haven't had a lot of sleep lately, and I just used everything in here, and I just had my little boy in my head, and he's been so brave recently, and I just used that, and I just thought, do you know what, I can go through an hour of pain, just dig a little bit deeper. And Faisal shouted at me on the lunges. he shouted my son's name at me, and I nearly cried, but then I used it. So yeah, I had to really work for that. And then on that last bit, he shouted 1. I did my last wall ball, and then I ran, and then they went, no, go back. So then I thought, oh my God, have I just lost it? But yeah, I'm really proud of myself.
We're really proud of you as well. That was an incredible performance. Well done.
We've come a long way since our first taxi ride in Chicago together.
We have indeed. Look at us now, and we'll be both together again in Nice.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for all your support.
So those 3 joined Jacoby, Norman, Weeks, Oberlander, Tafuto, Mason, Meyer and Griffith heading to the World Championships. Now with 11 athletes qualified, there are still 4 more spots up to grabs, and they'll be decided in Anaheim. So there we have it, 4 more athletes on the way to Nice. But of course, it's not over yet. There are still 6 more spots up for grabs. They're going to be decided on US soil in Anaheim next month. For those who narrowly missed out this time, this is goodbye from us in Cologne, Germany. FIBO, the largest fitness exhibition in the world. It has been such a ride. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.